This would have killed my monk or something. Are you kidding me, man? Another Babylon hand cannon. Alrighty, yo, what is up, knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more PvE on my Elven Knight in DFO, guys. But guys, we're level 59 now. We are in the Ghent Battlefield dungeon, and boy, let me tell you, we've been leveling quick. In fact, we're level, like I said, 59, and my challenge level is 61, so I'm almost there. About to have a permanent dungeon pet, which is also a really high level. I've been using them since the start, basically, so that's nice. He doesn't give too many benefits, honestly. He doesn't give a lot of stats, but it's still nice to have him. But guys, since you guys have pretty much last seen my knight, I've been honing my skills at the class, and boy, let me tell you, I think I'm getting pretty good at it, especially with the chain rush, and that's something that is really kind of hard to explain. Right there, you saw me. I kind of reserved my chain rush for this pulverize skill that's going to do mass damage. Pretty much killed him in one shot, but yeah, you'll notice I'm doing a few things differently with my chain rush. I'm canceling it a lot earlier. This is kind of like a muscle memory kind of thing, and it's really kind of hard to explain, so I just try and go over how the chain rush really works. You guys can see I am now using the chain rush immediately as soon as I possibly can, and it really is a timing kind of thing. Oh, probably should use a super armor bust. It really is a timing kind of thing. The chain rush, like the timer on the chain rush, the actual like the slider is always the same every time you use a skill. So it's not like it's randomly, it starts randomly. It always starts at the same time. So if you get the timing right on one skill that you like using, you're pretty much going to know how to do it every time after that. You just got to get it on muscle memory, and that's something that you just practice. So over the past couple levels, I've been really practicing that and getting my chain to a really high level really quickly. You guys can see chain 4, chain 5 already, you know. And that is me utilizing some low cooldown skills just to get the chain up for the sake of getting the chain up. Now there's a couple ways you can actually do that. If you try to get your chain rate up super quickly, like too quickly for it to matter like that, I just use like 2 chain rushes back to back. Sometimes you can't actually get the full damage that you would otherwise. You guys can see the animation for the chain rush skill is rather slow. So see, I kind of canceled it so it looked like I used 2 chain rushes basically back to back. It's pretty good. But if you're too quick with it, you're gonna cancel some of your damage. So if you're building your chains up, you're kind of compensating by, okay, maybe I'm not gonna get the full damage of the actual chain rush skill. So just something to think about, that if you're trying to get your chain up too quickly, you're not gonna do all of the hits of the chain rush, and in doing so, you're gonna lose a lot of damage. So kind of that trade-off. You either get a high chain and then use a really strong skill to do your damage, or you actually use the chain rush for damage. Which means slowing down your combos a little bit. Don't try to build up the chains too fast. Like that is like pretty good speed at that. But again, like I said, it looks like I'm doing pretty good on the chain rush. That is all a matter of just practicing and muscle memory. I'm not really even thinking about it now. I'm able to commentate and do all this stuff and still get the chain rate going. And like I said, it really is a timing thing. Like if you use a skill, sometimes the animation is a little longer. For instance, the grab skill has a longer animation, so I gotta wait on the chain rush a little longer than normal. I gotta probably wait 1 rotation. If you use the launch skill, which is your basic Z attack, that has even a short animation, so you can cancel it very easily. Already at the boss here. So just it really is just a timing thing, guys. I just lost it right there, and he casted the ultimate on me. Too bad it does no damage to me, son. This would have killed my monk or something. Are you kidding me, man? Another Babylon hand cannon. I mentioned another because I just recorded a video before this, and I got a Babylon hand cannon. So I literally have 2. Are you kidding me? It was my practice run. I was like, damn, I should have recorded that because I got a unique. Well, guess what? I got the same exact unique. I'm not even kidding. I think I still have it in my inventory. No, I think I put it in storage because I got to disassemble it later. But guys, we've done all of the epic quests, and this is actually, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but on my knight, I've been very, very diligent in making sure I do all of my quests. You guys can see I have repeatables and limited quests, which are basically dailies, and I've only missed 1 feat, and that was the Bantu horn necklace. By the way, this feat is really hard to do, so I skipped that one. We're still doing the Tower of Death one, and aside from that, we've been doing everything else. And you guys can see we've picked up an urgent quest. This can happen at any point in the game when you run out of epic quests and they give you an urgent quest. Basically, it's a pretty, I mean, it's a quest designed for your level so that it will always do a dungeon for your level, and it's just free EXP. It'll ask you to do, you know, this one says clear all the maps in Ghent Battlefield. You don't get this dungeon, however, you don't get this quest unless you've already completed all of your epics. So obviously, guys, we're going to clear the full room of this, like, completely, all the rooms, and get a little bit more practice on our chain rush. Now, you guys can see right there, I usually use that combination of skills right there to get my chain rush basically to 4, like, no problem. I like using skills that have relatively low cooldown, those being the launch is a good one. Some people use a lethal punto. I don't really use that one, but you could. Especially the Stark Shield, I'll tell you that much. That one's a really good one to have. And some skills I'm actually casting on command too, like the grab skill is not on my hotkey bar. That's something that I'm casting. Grab is really useful actually because it kind of it's a long animation, like delays that grab skill that I use right there. Delays the chain rush so I can use it. I can, you know, time my chain rush. Usually I like using that before I use a big skill. And if all of what I'm saying is flying over your head, I can understand. You've really got to play Knight to understand what I'm talking about. But enough of that, guys. Let's just crush, huh? Right there, chain rush 4. Oh, I didn't cancel it properly. But you guys see how quick I'm doing that, right? You guys, I don't know if you guys can hear what I'm pressing. I'm literally just pressing skill, chain rush, skill, chain rush, skill, chain rush. And if you time it correctly, if your timing's good, you really do get a 5 chain in like half a second. You guys see that? Right there, I delayed it a little bit. Already on 4 chain, just like in one group of guys. And some people like, you know, saving their chain rush hit counter. You know, I don't really like doing that for each room because the chain rush itself, by doing that, by building up the chain, it's actually doing damage in itself. You guys see I'm clearing the rooms while I'm building up my chain rush. So the chain rush itself is don't count that out as a damage source. It does damage even when you cancel it that quickly. So, you know, some people think that the only way you can do damage is having a high chain rush. No, the chain rush itself is what's doing a lot of the damage. So just keep that in mind. Right now. Right there, you just see usage of the launch. I mean, sometimes if you're going so fast, it's hard to see what I'm even doing. So, you know, slow it down a little bit, Rick. Slow it down. But it just goes to show how important chain rush is with the Knight, guys. Right there. It is just, if you are neglecting the chain rush, if you're just not doing it, you're really gonna miss out on a lot of damage, guys. I mean, like I said, the chain rush not only increases your damage, but the chain rush itself does damage. So it's something you really, really got to get down. I mean, honestly, if you're not getting that down, I don't know if Knight is class for you. I've heard that said before, so. And luckily, I feel like I'm doing a little bit better than I was when we started. Because, you know, before I used to be really patient with the chain rush. Now I think it's maybe a little bit more efficient to, you know, ramp up the speed a little bit once you get pretty good at it. Getting comfortable with even ending the combos on a skill that isn't chain rush like that, because you can save it for the next enemy. So whenever you end a combo stream, make sure you end it on a skill that isn't chain rush, because if you use chain rush and don't cancel into something else, it'll end the chain. So just that's something you got to get used to. Again, I used to do it backwards. I used to always end my skills with chain rush, and obviously that was not good for my combos. So. Alright, let's go fight the boss again. And this one is, you know, if you don't go into if you don't kill the mini bosses, those tanks and stuff, before you get to the boss room, you actually have to fight them in the boss room here before you fight the actual boss, the mechanic. So we already killed them, so it looks like it's really easy. But trust me, usually it spawns the tanks along with all the guys. So all these grunts here. My chain rush is about to run out right on the boss fight. That's not fair, man. about to spawn, dude. Turn the super armor on. Okay. Oh, wow. My chain rush ran out. See, I was like, where'd it go? Right there was, I think, a 5 chain on the chain rush, and I did it just like that. Let's snap of the fingers. Let me tell you, it was so fast. I used my first attack, the deer, into chain rush, into Stark shield, into chain rush, into the launch, into the chain rush. You know, that's what I'm talking about when you can use all those skills back to back to back if your timing is right. Trust me, you can't just spam that as fast as you can. It really is a matter of trying to get that timing right. But anyway, guys, hope this video has helped you. Maybe see what you can do with the knight. I'm still practicing myself. Also, you can see on my hockey bar, look at this claymore, yo. I have to show that in the next video or something. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you knights later. Look, man, I wasn't kidding. And you know what's even worse about this? I can't trade this to any of you guys, so it's shame on me. I mean, sad for you, I guess. But look, they're both superior grade, too. I got 2 of them. I'm not kidding. Shit's broken, man.